Hello everyone. So today I am going to be doing a meal that I'm going to cook using freeze-dried ingredients. And I want to give a hat tip to Smoking and Grilling with AB. He's got a YouTube channel with like 1 million subscribers or something. But I'm going to be using his recipe, so I'm going to leave a link to his recipe in the description box below. And I'd really appreciate it if you go over there and check it out, because I mean, I really like this guy. I'm going to be doing a lot of his recipes, I think, because he makes them really simple. For even a dummy like me, I can follow him. And when I watch his videos, it's kind of like I get the feeling like I'm standing in there in his kitchen with him, and we're two friends, and he's just talking to me and explaining how he's making it. And I really enjoy his channel. So I'd like you to, if you get a chance, to go over there and check that out. But this is his recipe for Creole shrimp. And we are going to be using freeze-dried shrimp. So what I'm going to do is get this starting to prep right now. So there's my dried shrimp. What I'm going to do is put that in a bowl. Take out my O2 absorber. These shrimp came out so beautiful in the freeze dryer. What I'm going to do with those is add cold water to that. Let me see if I can put that in camera for you. I don't have a nice big kitchen like AB's got. So I'm going to soak those with cold water. Put a little bit more in there. And I'm just going to put those off to the side while we prep the rest of the meal. Let me get his recipe back up here again. So his recipe calls for 1 to 1.5 pounds of shrimp, which is about what I got there. And I am doing it in cups versus his, like he says, 1 large bell pepper, 3 stalks of celery, that type of stuff. I'm going to be doing it in cups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 cup of bell peppers. Now you have to remember that these bell peppers are freeze-dried. So I'm going to make this 1 cup of bell peppers like overflowing. A more than full cup. And then he said a half a yellow onion, large yellow onion, so I'm going to put another cup of onions. And these I diced up pretty well, so we'll just stick with the cup on that. Well, I'll use the pouch because that is about a cup. So, diced onions, freeze-dried. 3 cloves of garlic. Now when I did, I think it was my onions, I did do some garlic cloves on there, so we're going to use the freeze-dried garlic. These ones are that I peeled and crushed just a little bit, so we'll just stick 3 of those in with our vegetable mix. And my celery. I'm going to put 1 cup of my chopped celery. Alright, there's my chopped celery. And I'm just going to use the whole pouch here, about a cup there. So I got all those vegetables in my bowl here. You know, I think they call that the Holy Trinity with some garlic. So what I'm going to do now is add some cold water to that and get that rehydrating. Alright, check those nice dry vegetables out. So I'm just going to get those totally soaked because we'll drain it before we cook them up. Alright, we'll let those drain or soak for about 5 or so minutes while I prep up my table here. But before I do that, I'll tell you what else I got. He says to use 1 can of tomato sauce, 1 8-ounce can, and one of these discs that we made earlier. All these things I'll show you, I'll put links to. This is my tomato sauce, and each disc is 4 ounces, so 2 discs of those we're going to use. And then he says 14.5-ounce can of fire roasted tomatoes. Well, those are 4 ounces each disc. I got 4, 8, 16, so I'm going to go ahead and use 16. So that's basically 1 cup of tomato sauce and 2 cups of fire roasted tomatoes. That's what we'll be using. Then for this, for my seasoning, I got a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of Creole seasoning. And it was his idea about these small bowls, and I think I used his Amazon link to buy these. And I like the slap your mama Cajun seasoning. This is really a nice, got a beautiful kick to it, so that's what I used. Alright, then we're going to use, he calls this W sauce, and that's a lot safer. I'm going to try and pronounce it, the Worcestershire sauce. And how much is that? 1 tablespoon. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of Louisiana hot sauce, which I haven't put in my tray. And then I got 1 tablespoon of cornstarch that we're going to mix with some water and make a slurry so we can thicken up our Creole sauce. So that's what I got. So now I can clear all that away. Okay, so let's put this on medium heat. And I'm going to go strain these vegetables over the sink because they have rehydrated very nicely. And I'm going to put a tablespoon of butter in there. And a splash of olive oil for frying that up. Alright, let's get melting nicely. I'm going to dump this all in there. Now the whole cloves of garlic are just dumped in there somewhere. Hopefully we'll be able to find them because he pulled those out once it was all fried. So hopefully I'll be able to find those. Okay, I've sauteed that about 5 minutes. Probably closer to 6. I'm going to fish these cloves of garlic out. Now, while that's cooking, I'm going to mix up my tomato sauce, rehydrate that. So, you want 8 ounces of tomato sauce, which is 2 discs. Look how easy those came out of the jar. Great idea for baking. You know that's 1/2 cup, 1/2 cup, for a total of 1 cup. And then we're going to put 3 of these in. No, I think I'm going to put all 4 of them in. Yeah. This is my fire roasted tomatoes. And those are going to be a little bit more stubborn. Not to worry, we'll just do it like that. We'll help it out. 2. 3, 4. Alright. So we've added essentially 3 cups of tomatoey stuff. So we're going to add 3 cups of water to that to rehydrate it. Three. Alright, get my spoon out of there. Ow. Let's get that all rehydrated, which should be pretty quick. Check that out. That just instantly turns to your tomatoey mix, just like it's supposed to. Love it. Okay, so it came out pretty good there. Let's get that poured into here. Oh yeah. Get that mixed around. That's looking so good. Now I'm watching this video as I'm making this. Alright, so we've done that. Then we're going to add our Worcestershire sauce, our chili powder, our salt, and our Creole seasoning. We're going to give that a good mix. That's smelling good. Okay, and then we're going to add, we didn't put that earlier, but we're going to put 3 bay leaves in there. And we're just going to bury those with the sauce. Alright. And AB says to cover that and cook it for 20 minutes. So I'll set the timer for 20 minutes and I'll see you in 20 minutes. Okay, so there we have it. That's been 20 minutes. Let's see what we're looking like in there. Oh yeah. That's looking good and smelling good too. Okay, now I made a mistake and pulled those, let me turn that pause up for a minute, and pulled those garlic out a bit prematurely, so I threw them back in. Now I gotta try and find them and get them out. Okay, there's my leaf. If I don't find it, it don't matter. There's one, isn't it? Yeah. There's some. Another leaf. There's my other leaf. It looks like my garlic kind of dissolved in all that. Alright. So all the time that that was cooking, my shrimp has been soaking. So let me now drain this. And along with pulling those bay leaves out, I also put the W sauce, the Worcestershire sauce in early. So just as a, I love Worcestershire sauce anyway, but just as a kind of like a refresher, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit in there again. Not much, just a few sprinkles. Add my hot sauce. Mix that up. Put that back on. 275. And put my cornstarch slurry in there. That should thicken it up nicely. Ooh-wee, that smells good. Alright. That's thickening it up kind of nicely. Just like it's supposed to. Alright, so now we're going to add our reconstituted shrimp. Raw. Get that mixed in there. Everything coated on that. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Alright, so we're going to cover that and let that cook for another 5 minutes. See you in 5 minutes. Okay, there we have it. That's been 5 minutes. Go ahead and turn that off. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that looks good. Look at that. Alright, let me get it trayed up and then we'll do a taste test. And there you have it. What do you think? That looks delicious. Smells delicious. If I get a nice shot of that. Oh yeah. Shrimp Creole. Southern style by AB. Smoking and grilling with AB. Thank you, man. Let's taste it. So everything in here was freeze dried, except for the seasoning. Let's get some of that rice on there. One of those big juicy shrimps. Oh yeah, that is good. The texture of the shrimp came out really well. I'm happy with that. The flavor in that is just immense. Not too much heat, which is good. I'm really happy with that. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I think I'll be doing some more of these cooking up meals from freeze-dried ingredients. What do you think? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.